Hey guys, it's Kenz
and Shell.
Welcome back to the Effortless Podcast. Every time we come back, I feel like it's been a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Now that we're every other week.
Every other week.
Yeah.
Does seem like a long time.
Speaking of long time.
I know.
I can't handle.
I know. It's comical.
It is. We're ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
You were gone for like 2 days, then worked, and I was gone for like 2 days. We didn't see each other for like 4 days.
Which I don't even remember the last time we didn't see each other for 4 days. And it's so weird that I lived in a different state.
I know.
Like, this is our first time living in the same state besides college.
Yeah.
And so it's so weird that seems like so long, but it does.
I know. I was like, I don't even know what you look like anymore.
I know. I was like, you're going to look different when I see you.
I was like, wait, what color of eyes do you have? But honestly, it is weird. Or now, like, thinking of if you ever moved somewhere else.
I know.
Oh my gosh, I would like have a panic attack.
I know.
Or if I ever moved somewhere else, just kidding.
Upton move. You, 3 kids, a dog, husband.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But it is wild that like.
I know. It was funny though.
Yeah.
It did feel like so long.
We're so dramatic.
So long. I know.
You like come in with flowers and coffee as when you came over yesterday, as though like we haven't. Yeah, it's really sweet of you. What a sweetheart. Speaking of being gone,
yeah, tell them.
I'm such an idiot.
Yeah,
literally. No, you are not on my side on this. Actually,
the thing is, I love that when you do stuff like this because like I feel like we equally kind of do this kind of stuff, and so like when you do, I have to really exaggerate it.
Yeah, because it's really a good friend.
Because I'm glad that it's not me.
Although I don't think you do dumb stuff like this as much as I do.
I lock my keys in my car.
Yeah.
But now I have a car that doesn't do that.
But that's not fair because most cars now you can't lock your keys, and so more people would. It made
people that's true. Yeah, that's true. More people would.
Yeah, just most people had upgraded to cars. There was nothing wrong with Kiki, but
now I have Coco.
Now you have Coco. So,
anyways, tell them what you did.
Oh yeah. Okay. So we were at the beach at my grandma's house, and my mom had gone with my grandma, and I was at home with the girls. And so I'm like, okay, well, we're gonna go to Starbucks, and we're gonna go to the shopping little outlet malls, So obviously, I put my mom's keys in my purse because I was going there in her car, and so did all the right things. And in my head, I was like, I need to remember to take her keys out of my purse. Because Kenz was going to come home from the beach and her mom was going to stay an extra night, one more night. And she has Frankie and stuff. So I was like, okay, whatever. And then it like totally just left my mind. So we were driving home. We were literally 30. So me and Greg and Nash and Joby left. Frankie stayed with my mom for one more night.
And it's what, like a 2-hour
drive? Yeah. Okay. And 30 minutes from home, Frankie calls me to tell me something like super random. And then she was like, oh, also grandma wants to know where her keys are. And I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, I have them. And my mom in the background was like, no, you don't. No, you don't. And I was like, yeah, I do. And I like open my purse and I'm like, oh, shoot. And so then we're like, okay, do we turn around? We're like 30 minutes away from home. But like Jovi and Nash were over the drive at this point. And so Greg was like, just post on Instagram, like, the situation. He's like, I guarantee you somebody's going to the beach tomorrow. And I'm like, I don't know. And sure enough, like, and so then initially me and my mom were like, okay, well, tomorrow morning we'll get up at like 6 a.m., meet in the middle. She could drive my grandma's car to like meet me in the middle. Seemed like the best case scenario. We each drive an hour, 2 hours, I guess.
Yeah.
There and back. But whatever. Anyways, so we're like, okay, fine, we'll do that if nobody reaches out. And Greg was like, no, I guarantee you somebody's going to be going. Sure enough, like 20 minutes later, somebody who lives like 4 minutes from me. Not even. Messaged me and was like, oh my gosh, my husband's going tomorrow. And I was like, oh,
that is gosh. So nice.
So sent him with my mom's key and they're making the exchange
rally.
I know. That's how I felt. I was like, wow, community that just stands together. Like really just lending a helping hand,
The thing is, that makes such a difference, though. That's so nice. Yeah. And it makes you want to do nice things for other people.
Well, and even like, and this morning, which is this isn't even a big deal at all because we would do this, obviously. But like, Aaron and Caleb just had new chickens. And Aaron, of course, has cameras on her chickens because she's a chicken mom. And
chicken mom.
She's mom MVP of all things.
And Aaron and Caleb are your guys' really good friends
that live close to us.
And my good friend.
Yeah, obviously. But anyways, so they have little baby chicks that are in there. They're out of town right now. But she has a camera so she can see the chicks.
Chick cam.
Yeah.
The chick cam.
And there was like the little wood chips were getting in their water, so they couldn't drink their water. So that's a problem. So Caleb had asked Greg to go check on the water situation and fix it. So we did that this morning. But I'm like, wow, just the community is really helping each other out.
Bark chips out of the water.
Yeah.
Driving to the beach.
Yeah, like it's just great, you know?
Yeah.
They're still good in the world.
The chick cam is funny to me.
Yeah.
I love that. It's probably like so enjoyable. Probably relaxing just watching your little chicks.
Erin's going to love that you're saying this because
I know.
she loves her little chicks. But yeah, I mean, they're cute. They're cute little
and they live inside until when? When do they
I don't know.
Go outside?
Not a chick
I
expert.
have a lot of questions for you, Erin, next time we chat.
But anyways, my point about all of that was just that, like, you know.
That's really sweet.
What goes around comes around.
Yeah.
Gotta help each other out.
I believe that, though.
Yeah, I do too. There was something else I was going to say. Oh, this isn't really along the lines, but or it's a little different, but I was just going to give an update on my wildflower garden.
Good. Thank goodness. Because we have all been waiting to hear.
Worried about. Actually, people did say, please keep me updated on your wildflowers.
People are really, it's actually, I meant to tell you this. I had a patient yesterday. You would be very, you would appreciate this. She was like, she made some, I don't know. I was like doing her IV and then she doesn't like needles. So she's like, I just need to talk through this. And I was like, whatever you want to chat about. She's like, do you like plants? And I was like, started laughing because I'm like, this would be the conversation for me. And so I was like, well, actually, it's funny you say that. I was like, my best friend loves plants. She always gives me such a hard time every time she gets a new plant that I don't notice it, whatever. And she was like loving it. And then she's like, does she talk to her plants? Because
sometimes I do.
Okay, she's like this patient. She was so cute.
I've heard it literally makes a difference.
Oh, she went off and like was like telling me statistics about if you talk to them. And her daughter was there and was like laughing so hard. She's like,
so true.
She's like, oh, no wonder all my plants are dead. And
no, there's been a legitimate study. I'm pretty sure that was like,
she told me
they did plants that didn't get any love. Nobody talked to them versus plants that had people talking to them, but like with the same everything else. The plants that were talked to were thriving. Our plants in this corner aren't. Well, we don't spend a ton of time down here. I need to talk to them more. That's so funny. I literally remember, like, I don't really talk to my plants that much, but I have for sure before. And I'm like, okay, good job, little plant. Keep growing. You like rub them? Sometimes you got to pet the leaf.
Good Lord.
I've done it a few times. I don't do it often. I should probably start talking to my plants more.
Yeah. Anyways, how are your wildflowers?
Anyways, the wildflowers are planted. My grandma's kind of like
planted? I thought Greg said no.
Well, so this is the thing. I like weeded it. It was a lot of work to weed that sucker.
You were sore.
I was sore. And then I reached out to my grandma because my grandma's like a plant expert, flower expert. Always has had like a really pretty garden. And she was like, oh yeah, don't plant wildflowers there. And I was like, oh, why? And she was like, because a lot of times it's like mixed in with weeds. They're very short-lived. Not the best thing to plant there. So I was like, okay, well then I should plant something else. So then I was like talking to Greg about it. He's like, well, we're not spending much of money on random plants. And I was like, yo, we have to make it beautiful.
I was there for that comment.
So I decided to, against my grandma's advice, which probably will bite me in the butt later, I planted the wildflowers because I already had them. And there's already a bunch of weeds there anyways that will probably come back up. And so I'm like, in case I'm not really on top of the weeding situation, at least maybe there'll be some flowers in there too. So we'll see.
So do you have to like water them? What do you have to do?
No, because it's raining. But also there's water in that planter situation already. Greg like had them put water in it when we redid that area.
Oh.
So they should be fine. I'm hoping that they actually bloom.
What's considered a wildflower?
Like poppies.
So you just don't know? Like it's
like literally I got the like Northwest plant mix. Wildflower mix because I figured those would thrive in the Northwest. And it was like it gave probably like 15 different things. So Joby helped me and we planted that ish. So we'll see.
It's really exciting.
You're going to like it when I bring you fresh bouquets of wildflowers.
I will. I do. That's the thing. I actually really enjoy getting flowers. Like if someone gets me flowers, I'm like, oh my gosh, like it really means a lot to me. Like I really enjoy that. But if you were like, what kind of flower is that? I would be like, I know like a rose.
You know a peony.
Oh, Lord, do
I
I.
remember when I got married and I was like,
She's
really wanted
obsessed
peonies.
with peonies.
But you don't like them. I feel like you weren't into them. I was offended.
I get why you like them, but I like them for like 2 days. There's like, or I feel like they go bad so fast once they're pretty.
Yeah.
So there's like a short-lived time.
Short window of beauty.
Beauty.
Well, if you get them, they're like the balls and they open up.
Okay, that's true.
That's not true, Shelly.
That's true.
You don't know.
I don't know.
I'm just
You're
kidding.
right.
JK.
Also, I'm so annoyed. This morning, I'm going to tell you this when I got here. You know the brand Not Your Mother's, like dry shampoo?
Oh, yeah. They're all out?
No, I was out. So I like went to Target yesterday, got the bottle, and they're all the same, just different colors. So I just got the color I got. And then today I went to like spray it on my head, my new thing. Yeah. I'm like, what? This is weird. What is this? This is like a different kind. It was freaking hairspray. I was like so annoyed.
Why is it so crunchy?
Yeah. And I was like, why is it wet?
Oh,
so I have hairspray in my hair.
But it still gives the like
greasy vibe?
No, I feel like it doesn't look greasy at all.
Oh, it's like crunchy.
Yeah, so it just really holds it.
Ugh. I was
well, it looks fine. Didn't you wash your hair yesterday? Why are you dry shampooing?
Just in the back. I was just gonna do a little dry shampoo because sometimes when I sleep, I just like to like give it a little like volume-ish kind of, a little fresh, just in the back. But it wasn't working, so I was like, "What the heck?" And I kept spraying it like a dummy. Yeah. And now I just have a bunch of hairspray, and that's why I was annoyed because I just washed my hair and I only wash my hair like
just brush it out
once a week,
and I have to go back and get more. I might do a Target order today if you want me to just add it to it.
I need, please, because
which color do you get? Purple. Me too, because I like to be like you.
It's the best smelling one, I feel like, too.
Yeah. I really need to find we need to get, I think both of us need to find like better shampoo and conditioner. Don't you use herbal essences too?
Well, I pretty much don't anymore just because I only use my purple shampoo. Because I stopped washing my hair so often. I just wash it like once a week. So I only just use my purple shampoo. But I used to, yes.
Why are you flipping me off? I
do the herbal essence. I feel like all your kids use their middle finger to point too. Jovi does for sure.
Yeah, that's true. I just feel like I need to like get a better.
I've been
working on my skincare routine. I need to work on my hair care routine.
Skincare.
Also, I got that like hair mask. I got myself one of those too for Christmas. I've never used it, but stuff like that. It's like I get it, and then I'm like, never actually get myself to use it.
I know,
but we should try it.
Yeah, we should.
It's like a spray. You just like sleep in it.
Oh, it's
like super easy, I think. And then you like brush your hair in the morning. We should try it.
Yeah.
Okay, moving into our other topic.
Yeah.
Unless there's
I feel like it's all you. Or I mean like more you.
Like you.
No, I know. I feel like you would explain it from your
I'm good at explaining things. Yeah, I was just thinking about this the other day. Which it's like sort of goes along with the whole like mom identity situation that we've already honed in on. But I do feel like I would just like to say how important it is for a mom to have at least one like super good friend who, or more, it doesn't matter, who can really like keep them. And that it's like not about like, it's just very helpful in keeping that identity. And I feel like you like always hear stuff, but about people that just feel like when they have kids, it's almost like they isolate, not purposely, but they're just like so invested in the kids and all the things, and really just like forget how important friendships are. So I'd just like to say, and I think it's different than like your spouse,
right?
You know, like it's like, of course that's just as important, or more important probably, but but as far as like really keeping your identity and like feeling alive,
like
and
do what
who
you like
are,
to do,
like being able to go to dinner with girlfriends and stuff like that, really just, fills your cup up.
Do you feel like as a mom, you feel like once you became a mom, obviously your perspective on life and different things probably changes quite a bit.
Yeah.
Do you feel like it's easier to bond with other people who are moms too versus like people who don't have kids? Like if you were,
like,
or do you feel like
somebody? Like,
yeah. Or did you feel like closer to your friends that had kids?
Well,
you were kind of first in your friend group to have kids, kind of, right?
No, well, sort. There was a couple, I feel like, of us that all had kids like around the same time. I mean, I'm just trying to think of like newer friendships, I guess, that I have. Most of them have kids, but that's where like it's nice to be able to like have the kids get together. But for like friendships,
Like,
like
for
deeper
you.
friendships, I'm gonna more like invest in like people that
Just align with you.
yeah,
Or morals
regardless
and
of if they
values
have
regardless.
kids or not, I
Okay.
guess. Or I think the kids is semi irrelevant as far from a perspective of keeping when you talk about it being about for you,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Okay, that's good.
But like for me, I'm like, we've talked about this. You really check off all my friend boxes.
Mm-hmm.
Like all my needs I need out of a friend.
Mm-hmm.
You really go above and beyond. But then so my point is I'm very lucky because I feel like I see you all the time.
Mm-hmm.
We have a very rare, I feel like it's or like unique that you get to just hang out with your best friend
Yeah.
so often.
Right.
So I guess I feel very lucky to have that scenario.
Me too, Kenz. Me too.
Thankful for you. But mainly just I think that as a mom, it's very important to not like forget about the importance of having one-on-one time with a friend or a group of friends and like how much that is needed and necessary. And even like when we go to dinner with our other friends and stuff. I mean, when we go together with our other friends, because
right.
like we always leave like, oh my gosh, that was so fun. Like felt so good, like so
enjoyable.
needed.
Yeah.
Totally fills up your cup.
Yeah.
And I think it's just really important to like continue to do that and make sure that you're not neglecting that part of your life and like scheduling those times and not, you know.
And I feel like this is obviously just from an outsider's perspective because I don't have kids, but like just seeing, I mean, pretty much, I mean, majority of my friends have kids, but like I think it's really easy to forget to do that.
Yeah. Well, and
because
you're busy too.
Well, that's the thing. You're so busy and most of your time and energy should be spent on your kid, especially if they're like little. Obviously, they need more attention and more help and whatever. But I think just like visualizing from the outside, it's like really easy for moms to like forget, like, oh gosh, I still really like doing that.
Yeah.
And that would make me feel really good. If
I feel like it's one of those things where like the importance of investing in your own needs and not neglecting them is not selfish because it literally makes you the better version of yourself for your kids when you're with your kids. And I think it's very, very important for a spouse.
I was just
to be
about
aware
to say
and
that.
Supportive of that.
Yeah.
And not like pass it off as like, no, like we don't have time for that. Like you can't go do that because that is not good.
Well, it's just not part of like the team.
Right. And it's like it needs to go both ways. Like
for sure. Like both parents need their own.
And that is hard, obviously.
Oh,
because
well,
it's like, when your kids are crazy, you're like, no, you can't leave right now. Or like so there's definitely a time and place for it. But I think that it's very important that as like that your spouse recognizes the importance of like what it does for you and like how important it is and it helps you and like how much you want and need that and being able to like support that and take care of things at home while
the other person's away filling their cup. Also, I think it's important that if there is like a situation where one parent had something planned or something and then something changes with the kids and they're not able to go, like there's an understanding both ways.
Yes.
And that one person isn't always one sacrificing that.
For sure. And I do think that is easy even to like
it's easy to blame each other
and be like, well, I'm already doing, but it's like, I feel like it is so true that it has to be like, you really do have to help each other out. And the thing is if you're not on the same page with all that, it is like frustrating because, and there's been times where like Greg and I for sure have been like, no, you can't, whatever. And I feel like that's irritating for him and for me. Like it has gone both ways for sure.
Yeah.
I think we're definitely getting better at it with each other and like being able to give each other the time to like do stuff. And I think part of that does go with the kids are getting older and they're getting easier.
Right. Like less or more independent.
More independent. So it makes it just naturally easier. But regardless of how easy it is, I think it's something that's like very important for your spouse to just like really like encourage you to do, if anything.
Right.
Yeah.
And like being able to have that conversation with your spouse, like if you couldn't do something or if you like wanted to, like, I'm super frustrated right now. Like I understand, but like being able to like express that and be like, it's nobody's fault. Like obviously, but it's just hard sometimes.
Yeah. So mainly the point of burping. The whole thing is just that like, don't neglect friendships and don't get so busy with your kids or so like busy with life that you forget about that part and I think it's a big part of like doing things for yourself.
Right.
Or, like, yeah, it's great to like go to the spa by yourself or go get a pedicure or like go to the store by yourself. But I feel like you need other like relationships and interactions and where you're not just talking about your kids the whole time or like it's not a play date. It's like literally you having time with people that fill your cup up,
really make you feel like yourself.
Yeah. And so I think that is very important. And
I feel like I have had a couple of friends at work, and granted, I work in the emergency room for 12 hours. So this was so eye-opening to me. When I had some friends who had kids and they're like, "Oh, I love coming to work. This is my break." I'm like, "This is your break?"
I feel like the ER is practically harder than
well, it is, but
being home
I
with
mean
the
for
kids.
sure, but they were like, "Yeah, I can like talk to adults. Like this is like my I'm like, "This should not be your
interaction." That's so true. That's so funny.
And obviously not like a break from their kids, but just mainly like their break where there isn't a child there, but like they could talk to other adults and like have adult conversations. And
that's
it was
actually
like,
really
that's
funny.
Comical.
But I feel like you hear that a lot. Like,
people going to work, like they enjoy going to work because it's kind of like that's like something. I mean, if they enjoy their work, then it's like that's a part of them.
Yeah.
Without like separate from their kid.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. And I think that, that's funny though, but I do feel like I understand that. The whole just like having an adult conversation situation. And all, yeah.
But also, I don't know how, like, I always tell my nurse friends too, I'm like, I don't know how, because like at work,
you
like.
go from doing nursing.
I know, because people are like, I need this. Like, everybody needs.
And you don't even love these people.
Yeah.
Or like it's different when everybody needs something, but it's like your kids. So you're like, oh yeah, of course I'll get it for you.
Right. Like these people, like this, like need me.
But
yes, honey, absolutely.
Can I get you anything else? The other day, side note, like Joby chucked a piece of sausage on the floor. And I said, Joby, go pick that up now. And she was like, no. And I was like, Joby, you need to pick that up. I'm like, I am not a maid service. And she looks at me and she goes, yes, you are. And Greg was like laughing. I'm like, no, not
Joby
okay.
is spicy.
She is litty right now.
I know. I'm so into it.
Yeah, she's a turkey. But she gets what she wants because it's bad. We need to slice this off. But like in the car, we were driving to the beach and she's like screaming for a song. And we're like, no, we're just listening to whatever's on. And Ash is like, here, Jovi, you can have a Skittle. And is like feeding her candy to stop screaming.
Oh my gosh.
So they're not helping. But
yeah,
whatever. She's just hanging on for dear life.
It's so funny to like see how like Frankie was like so.
I was thinking about that. Mellow. She was not this
She was
feisty.
so like, which Jovi still is also innocent, but like Frankie was like a different innocent.
Yeah.
Like she was like
did no wrong. I feel like legitimately she was like, or if she started to like do something, you could like totally change
Shut it
her.
down.
Yeah. She was so just go with the flow, like easygoing, would not get mad about anything, was just like calm.
Yeah. She was just like, all I remember her like, she just wanted to like listen to songs and sing and dance.
And then like sit on you.
Yes.
But like she was just like so mellow.
Yeah.
And then Joby's like, wow, party girl. But she's fun. I think she'll be a fun time.
She already is a fun time.
But yeah.
A comedy.
So your mama need to get out. That's the moral of the story.
Say I need out.
No, it's great. I'm actually like loving this stage right now of their ages. Yeah. Like I feel like Nash is really obsessed with basketball all of a sudden, which is very fun. Frankie, of course, like loves her little dance and singing situation, which she's very good at. And then Jovi's just like bops around and screams at me and wants candy all the time. But she's like obviously so cute and sweet.
Yeah.
Too. But I feel like they are just, I'm really enjoying these ages. I feel like this summer will be a fun, like easier summer. They're at the ages where they're like definitely all more independent.
Yeah.
Like Joe doesn't nap anymore. Or like she just plays around and stuff, So that'd be nice. It's great. Also, can we talk about the fact that we're going to Nashville in like 1 month?
I know.
I am so excited. If anybody has really great suggestions for where we should need to go.
Like there's like super necessary spots.
Yeah. I do kind of want to go like venture out a little bit. See what, is beyond Broadway.
Yeah, for sure.
But I feel like I'm so excited. Also, I don't know what to wear.
I know. I need to find some Pinterest inspo or
I know.
something. Also, I mentioned this to Kenz yesterday, but a friend of mine was telling me that
Oh, shoot.
there's been like so many more like stories about people getting like stolen or like roofied and stuff in Nashville.
Do you think that's happening like everywhere though?
No, I feel like it's
Oh.
happening like in
No.
Broadway. Oh, you mean everywhere
Like
in Nashville?
Arizona or like, I mean, other places.
Oh,
Like,
I
is
don't
it
know,
just
but
on
she
the
was
rise?
like specifically telling me like in Nashville it's on the rise.
Good thing we'll have Greg with us to protect us from all the roofies.
We'll just
Unless
make
he
him
gets roofied.
taste all of our drinks
Here, Greg,
first,
try this
and if
first.
he doesn't go down,
Then
we're
we're
good. If
Greg,
he
try this
does,
out, then
we'll
we're
take
on
him
our
back
own.
to the hotel. Just kidding. I'm joking.
Oh my gosh.
No.
But it's
I
kind
feel
of
like it's just
wild,
something
though.
to be like aware of. Obviously,
Yeah.
we're not going to be like irate or anything, but
Be
well,
what?
maybe irate,
Irate?
like crazy,
Mm.
so insane.
New word. Irate.
But
yeah, that's something to be aware of for sure.
Yeah.
I feel like
it's just like sad that you have to be so like
aware.
cautious. Yeah.
Mhm. I would hope though, or not hope, but I feel like they would probably target like groups of girls or maybe like 2 girls versus like
2 girls
Greg
and a guy.
yeah.
Maybe.
Or they're going to target you when they see that like I'm the one with Greg. So good luck. If you go down, we'll catch you and take you back to the hotel. And then we'll go out. Woo!
Yeah, just don't let
kidding.
me get stolen.
Well, obviously. It'll be fun. I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. Good time.
Yeah, so that is kind of it for today, right?
Yeah. That's it. Nice little
Spring
catch up.
break happening this week, and
Yeah.
need to.
Hopefully everyone's having a good spring. Isn't it the thing in Oregon that every school has spring break on the same week? Is
I
that
think
a
so.
thing?
It's also like Montana, or this is the same spring break as Montana, I think, because my
Interesting.
sister's kids have spring break this week too. But yeah, well, thanks for joining us today, and have a good week. Hopefully the sun comes out soon. Let us know if you have any Nashville suggestions, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the Effortless Podcast. Thanks for joining us. Bye.
Bye.